Hi, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Round of Modern. I'm on the left here playing black-green Yawgmoth, and Leland is on the right playing Esper Reani-Mentor. I'm going to enjoy that dumb name I gave it for as long as he keeps playing it. I dropped the card. We're gonna get that in a second. Alright. I am playing it, playing this week. I'm in all 4 videos, because the day we did Modern was my birthday, and I wanted to play Modern, and they thought it would be a good idea to put me on stream the entire time. I don't play this game. If you ask any customer, I don't play Magic. I don't play any card games.
You're right. It doesn't
So,
make blue. The best
yeah.
color in the game.
Had a dork on the board. It got hit with a prismatic ending. We have another dork on the board. We're gonna have a great time. Leland is a friend of mine, so we had a good time joking around during this. I'm just dropping cards left and right. I had just got bamboozled and beat up viciously from round 1. So I'm like over here like, oh no, God, what's going on? What am I gonna do? Yeah, I decided to play, but on an actual thing. I decided to play Yawgmoth because I figured it'd be the most interesting deck that I have in paper for the stream, like, you know, to watch, because there's like multiple play lines. Leland dropped a card too, not just me. Yeah. I'm over here debating like what I want to do. Like, do I just play into the counter spell? It's like cast a Grist, get counterspelled. Grist to Hungertide is probably one of my favorite cards for Modern Horizons too. Actually, I really enjoy this deck, man. It's a lot of fun if you have the pieces for it, or if like you're very close to having it, like I was. So I think because I had Golgari Food and all the random Asmore decks put together, I had 90% of the cards. Like, I just had to buy the Undying Creatures and the Yawgmoths. The Yawgmoth is like $30, but it is a pretty good pickup. And like the deck is fun. Like, it's just a lot of fun to play. Sometimes you're punching people with really crappy creatures. Sometimes you're combo killing them. You get to do some cute stuff. Every time you do the Zulaport combo and they're like, what's going on? And you explain it. You pew 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 pew. That is my explanation of the deck. Someone who's much better than me will probably be able to explain it in a much better way. But Yawgmoth is very fun. If you like mid-rangey decks, but also enjoy combo, I would recommend checking it out. So I'm going to play Strangleroot Geist. I'm going to attack in for a 3 here because of the Exalted trigger. It's going to get hit with Path to Exile. Which means I'm going to go get a basic, which I was messing with Leland. I was like, ha, your joke's on you. I need lands anyways. I think I kept a very creature-heavy hand. Leon's deck is super cool. Honestly really enjoyed it. Like, he always plays, like, more fun stuff for, like, the locals and stuff. He has, like, quote-unquote real decks. Like, he owns Reani-Mentor, and, like, blue-white and all this other stuff. So, like, for, like, our 1Ks and stuff, Leland plays, like, Reani-Mentor, or, like, quote-unquote tiered decks. But for locals, he just plays what he wants to play. Like, my man had a Squadron Hawk in his deck list, like, a week or 2 ago. And if Leland, you're watching this, we will never let you forget about the Squadron Hawk, my friend. He plays a lot of weird cards all the time, and that's the one that we latched on to. Alright, go play Floodstrand. Pass. Play Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth.
Yeah, you got green mana now.
Okay, I'm going to tap 2 here for a Strangleroot Geist. See if that gets hit with a counterspell or anything of the sort. Attack in for 3. It might get paffed again. Yeah, it's paffed. Another one of the reasons I considered playing, or I played Yawgmoth for the tournament, is it's one of the things that I'm considering playing at Star City, Philadelphia. It has a good matchup into the Ragavan decks, and seems to be decent into Hammer from what I've played so far. Here comes the Grist of Hungertide. which is a heater of a card against any type of control deck. It's hard for them to remove. They have to Prismatic Ending it for 3 mana. And like it makes dudes to protect itself. Using a cool new token. It is the Parasite from Yu-Gi-Oh! This is the what's called the Lost Art. It is the original artwork for it that they never released in America until now. That's cool. He's got like a bug coming out of his face, which is disgusting. But like, it works for an insect deck or an insect token.
All you have. Probably should save one for Yawgmoth, but
I don't play that card. What are you talking about?
What's a Yawgmoth?
This isn't Yawgmoth.
Is it not?
I've never. I told you it's Secret Titan. Next turn, I'm gonna tap 6 Leland.
Yikes.
Doing weird movements on the mat. I have a Wall of Roots in my hand.
Yes, Chris is
I
right.
can't tell what the other card is. And I forget.
Chris is right.
We're a couple days removed from when this was recorded. He's got a Snapcaster Mage. Or not Esper. Snapcaster, Mentor,
Make a dude.
Path, and looked like an Unearth. We're gonna uptick Grist again, get another bug token. So, one of the underrated parts about Grist, because everyone, I feel like, when they talk about Grist, like, they talk about the uptick, right? And they talk about the downtick. Not many people are like, oh, the ultimate. The ultimate's really good. It's live right now. Like, next turn I can -5 and do damage to Leland. Attack it with that bug, hit for 2. It makes blockers for itself. Like, I really do like this card a lot.
Green. Green. Play this crappy
Right,
creature.
tap 2, play a Wall of Roots.
Yeah.
Crappy creature resolves.
Going
Crappy
to
creature's gonna make a
make a green with Wall of Roots. I need to buy either a different colored die for the stream, or I need to buy large -1/-1 dice for Yawgmoth. To properly represent -1/-1 counters. I cast Eldritch Evolution, sacking the Wall of Roots here. To snap counterspell. She's understandable.
Yeah, I can't really do anything else after that.
But like, you gotta try, you know. Get the Yawgmoth on the board, do some cool stuff.
I got 2 1/1s. Sorry.
One of them's tapped, sir.
I've heard passing is wonderful.
Grist.
Alright, let's get attacking with the Snapcaster Mage. I'm gonna block with Birds of Paradise here, which seems weird when I have the token, but I'm actively trying to get creatures in the graveyard to increase the amount of damage I can do with the Grist Ultimate. Without having to uptick it another turn. Alright, so he's at 10 life here. You draw for turn. I'm debating if I want to actually, like, if I want a -2 here and sack one of the tokens and kill the Mentor, or if I want to just attack in and try to do the -5 plan. So I'm going to count, like, the creatures in my graveyard a couple times this turn, just to try and do the math. Though I kept forgetting, actually, a really cool, like, interaction, but we'll get to that in a second. So I'm going to attack in with the insect for 2.
Second mate.
So just decide to take it. Goes to 8.
Make a green. Green.
I tap for
Black.
an undisclosed color. Going to cast Eldritch Evolution, sacking the Ignoble Hierarch. If I can get something that costs 3 or less, which I think I get a Giraffe's Messenger. And if I recall, this gives me enough creatures in the... it gets Leland low enough because he'll get a 6. And then I can... I have enough creatures in the graveyard to ult Grist to kill him. because it does damage equal to the number of creatures in the graveyard, and Grist counts as a creature anywhere but the battlefield. So I have a copy of Grist, and then 4 other creatures, so that's 5 damage. And then when you ult the Planeswalker, it immediately goes to the graveyard due to state-based actions, because it has 0 things, so Grist will read itself, or it'll go to the graveyard, and then Grist will read itself and do damage.
And then you have to deal with a lot of shit. I'm just ulting Grist.
So this will do 6.
1, 2, 3.
At first I forgot that it'll go to the graveyard first, so I was like, 5. And then
He doesn't send him.
I realized, I was like, oh wait, no, it's actually 6, because he has to go to the graveyard first.
So then you're just dead.
Which is a cool interaction. Grist does damage, man. Grist was 2 lightning bolts right there.
It's cost to remove the counters, right?
Yeah, and then it dies state-based action, then the trigger will resolve.
And then he's a creature.
He's a creature. I never realized that. Yeah, you got it. Woo! Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna go to game 2. I am resolving a mulligan here. I will. Oh, no, okay. I'm just drawing for turn. I went second. Leland played a island. I'm gonna fetch and go get a overgrown tomb.
Let's go.
I don't remember what I sided
So do you want to get something
for this matchup.
like a selective card draw, or do you just want to like shove shit? I was like, or do you want to like shove shit?
I
in the
really don't
graveyard?
remember.
I have 2 draw spells.
I think you consider.
Punishment endurance.
I guess now I want to find
I might have sideboarded in the Thought Seizes. I think I did.
I swear to God, if it's on a
Which-
we're gonna have a conversation.
Looking back on the
You need to be in the
like the board that I had, there's cards that I definitely would have rather played. Like, I don't think I needed 3rd Thought Seize in the board. I should have had Veil Summers. Would have been much better than what I had.
Okay, like let me have my simple turn 2.
What does a simple turn 2 involve for you?
I don't know anymore.
Just because, like, I think I definitely played an opposite Bailoff. That just, I understand why people like it. I'm not the biggest fan of Bailoff. It never comes up for me.
Sure.
Yeah, so we can tap 2 for a Strangle Root Geist here.
I'm getting past.
Cannot pronounce that card's name right. Attack him for 3.
Green.
Tap for a green and cast a Birds of Paradise. Now I have 2nd Ignoble in hand, and I probably should have just played it.
Fetch, shock, mending.
So you have multiple draw spells.
To get the extra damage going with the Strangle Root.
What I'm doing?
I'm not sure why I didn't.
Like, I'll find something to do, right?
One day.
I could have been like trying to play around like the idea of him having multiple prismatic endings, maybe. Like, oh, if his next turn is ending on birds and ignoble, I at least can play this ignoble and attack again with the Strangle Root. But I'm not sure.
People have considered that for like the mid-range plan for Yawgmoth.
What?
Torah.
Torok. I don't like that idea. Do not do that.
I believe the person running the stream has the life totals backwards. Because I'm at 17. I should be at 17, and Leland should be at 18, 17,
I think they came out of the side of a Yawgmoth.
or 17,
I know Grixis has been playing
16, 18.
And there was also that,
Hopefully we'll get that corrected in just a second.
there was another deck playing, like,
This is also like a weird spot. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to slam the
and whatever.
Yawgmoth here,
combat.
Yeah.
3.
or if I'm supposed to just like
Second mace.
hold it for quarter calling.
Tap for green.
But
Play a bird.
yeah, he definitely has the life totals reversed. They're just not accurate.
Go.
So I'm holding up the ability to cord for 1 here, or cord for 0.
Or maybe I'll cord for a Dryad Arbor.
Be my guest. I'll draw 2.
To Archmage, draw 2.
Patrick just sent me $150.
Huh?
Patrick just
So I think my idea was I wanted to hold the cord until to either force him to try and tap out during his turn,
Keep doing nothing.
or cord in response to something on his turn. That way I can just play the Yawgmoth on my following turn. Not hitting land drops, not a good call though. This is not a deck that wants to get stuck on 2 lands, let me tell you.
Go ahead.
Gordon, X equals 1.
Here's a chord X equals 1.
Response?
Yeah, you can do it.
Going to get a Yawgmoth.
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't win fast now. Go play Money Pop.
I'm working on it.
I want to play Money Pop. That is fun.
It is fun.
I just don't like because 80 cards. I have tiny hands.
You do have tiny hands.
It's hard to shuffle.
Draw. With 1 mana open.
I do.
Cast Yawgmoth.
I'm going to cast Yawgmoth here.
I guess I should fetch in response.
Now it's going to fetch in
I
response.
want to do this. I don't want to give you another window.
Gets a Hallowed Fountain. So I think if I remember right, my game plan here is to do the soft draw combo, but also kill the Mentor in the process.
The life backwards this whole game.
Proud of you, bud. Go to combat.
Sure.
Attack for 3.
Alright, so we go to combat, attack with the Strangleroot Geist. I wanted to try and commit, or have him commit his Mentor to the graveyard, because, like, worst comes to worst, right? Like, if he blocks with the Mentor and doesn't cast a spell, the Geist just comes back, and then I can reset out the Yawgmoth.
Alright, well.
But here comes the Path to Exile, and in response to the Mentor triggers,
I'll respond to the trigger.
going to activate Yawgmoth.
I will sack Yawgmoth, put a -1/-1 counter here.
Going to sack the Yawgmoth, put a -1/-1 counter there,
Draw Undying trigger.
draw a card, bring it back. That has a +1/+1 counter on it.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Then it's going to grab a die for me.
Follow.
Going to sack a bird and kill the Mentor
Draw.
before the Prowess triggers resolve.
Prowess trigger can resolve now.
And then we have a 1/1.
Path of Exile. Kill. Do I care about this 3 damage? I think I do.
Now, I probably should.
Yeah, I do.
I don't remember if I do. I should probably draw a couple more cards
Kill,
here
sack this, kill that.
in the attempt to just refill my hand and try and find another Yawgmoth. Which is like one of the best like playlines the deck can do, especially if you have the draw combo with 2 Undying creatures, is that you can just, if they're going to remove the Yawgmoth, just try and find other stuff.
I have options. I don't know what I want to do. I think I went to 3 damage to connect. That's fine. Yawgmoth gets exiled.
Alright, so that gets passed.
Get a land.
Then I get my basic.
Second main. Play my land for turn.
I'm going to put a tapped Blooming Marsh in,
Play
tap for green, play a Ignoble Hierarch, and pass.
shady creature tribal.
Basically.
I'm gonna get you, Leland. I'm gonna get you.
Leland's got Counterspell, Consider, Mentor.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna. We have a mentor.
Dying.
I definitely think I misplay on this upcoming turn.
It's a guy.
So there's a land for turn.
Guy's prowess and stuff. Bigger. It's an army and a can. But I need like a turn.
I think I snap off the Eldritch Evolution here, and I'm definitely supposed to attack with the Strangleroot Geist first, see if I can get him to tap mana. And then Evolution the Geist away for a Yawgmoth. Assuming if he does tap mana.
Cute thing.
Do I just be an animal?
Yes. I think I'm losing.
I think you are too. I say that with nothing but love, Leland. You're one of my favorite people in the shop.
Thank you.
Fetching and shocking. I don't know why I'm shocking there.
You have to have a spell to make.
I don't know if I really needed the black source that bad.
Or else you go to 3 and then fetch. Path would suck.
And tap for... Yeah, I messed up.
Fetch. Basic counter spell.
I definitely should have just tried to make him do something that isn't a counter spell.
Yep, prowess isn't counters.
Prowess down
Hmm. Oh well. It is what it is. So the guy still come back with the Undying trigger, so now I have a 3-2. That, because of Exalted, will be a 5-4.
The token also has the prowess trigger, right?
Yeah, but not this turn. This comes after.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5. So it still doesn't die? Go to combat.
Somehow, annoyingly.
Attack you for 5.
Gonna attack him with the Strangle Root. Just gonna jump it with
Second main.
the fella. And we're just gonna play out more guys.
Play a
Play Yawgmoth. Play out Wall of
Play
Roots.
birds.
Play out Birds of Paradise.
Verdict? I really hope you don't. Go.
I think I make a joke. I'm like, listen, if you got Supreme Verdict, like, you just got me. But, I don't know if the Mentor deck plays Supreme Verdict,
I
so
mean, listen, you had the counter spell if you didn't.
should be okay.
Yeah.
The game would have been over.
But is Leland? So I never know.
You know what, young Maya over there?
Oh, it's Dot Scour, not considered. But, yeah.
Alright.
In hindsight, definitely should have, did the other play.
And pass.
Alright, let's get a Prismatic Ending. The Strangle Root Geist.
You have how many cards in hand?
Top deck, Yawgmoth. Would be great.
Crikey. I'm gonna...
Alright, cast another Strangle Root. Thought Scour himself. Draws a Snapcaster. So he has a Snap Counter spell for the next turn if he needs it. Makes another Monk. Gets a Prowess trigger. Or gets Prowess triggers.
So you have a 2/2 and a 3/3. Yeah. Attack of the Geist. It's a 4/3.
Dang, dude. I the E, yeah. I mean, there's always a chance that he just lifts the Strangle Root, get through for damage, and doesn't do anything. But
Thought Scour myself again.
Sure. Bring your dude
I'm
back.
gonna Thought Scour again. I'm gonna build 2, draw a card.
You have a dude, yeah.
I'll have to make sure to try and get Leon's list as well. I know people asked for it in the last video,
You did.
and
I would like
the hard part is like, it is a weekly tournament, so there aren't submitted deck lists, and most of the time people don't have like a link they can send me on hand.
these two.
But maybe I could probably start trying to
Good. Did you give me my list?
gather together deck lists of the people who play. I can put the Yawgmoth deck list if anybody wants it. It's pretty run-of-the-mill Yawgmoth, though. And then see what I can do for other stuff in the future.
Passing.
Especially now that Versus Live from Star City is not happening.
Alright.
We'll try and provide the best modern content that we can.
You have 2 in hand.
And then while also working on expanding the content that we produce. I know we plan to do Pioneer in a little bit. It's going to take time. Our Pioneer tournaments aren't firing with crazy amounts of players. So me and my coworker might just do a Pioneer stream one day. But he has to build, or we have to build decks
Do you have
for the
any
format
deck
first.
flashback?
No.
Okay. And you play Snap, but...
Maybe I have a snap.
Play Snap. You did it game 1. Inside. Combat.
You don't play Yawgmoth, I don't play snap.
Have you seen him? I'm just thinking, like, if I want to attack with multiple things. Because it's like, attack with this, you block with the Mentor. Or if you have a spell, you can just grow them.
I'm doing math.
This comes
Math
back.
is for blockers.
Hit for 4, take 2 things. Unless you have a spell that don't take the Mentor.
I'm currently on the game plan of the deck that I'm not the biggest fan of, which is Bad Creature Beats.
Yeah, I got blockers.
You got blockers. I mean, a lot of my dudes just don't do anything.
Yeah. I've successfully figured out how to beat small dudes tribal.
Go to combat. Attack you for 2 in the air.
This guy had the thing, right?
Yes. Sorry, one of them did. I was just playing with crap.
2 in the air? I didn't consider that. Yeah.
Second main. Play Yawgmoth.
Yeah.
Go. I have blockers for your blockers.
Alright, I'll consider.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I think at this point, I've
That could
basically lost. I don't know if there's any coming back from this position,
Is it memory delusion?
besides like top decking a Yawgmoth
Would have been.
slash top decking a
It's pretty
Zul Poor Cutthroat.
Now we just pass. I like this hand.
Leon's gonna keep making dudes every turn that I can't keep up with.
I like your monk tokens though.
Thank you.
I kind of
Because the things that makes dudes are his spells that draw him cards.
Can I look at your hand? Cast Thoughtseize?
Gonna cast a young Thoughtseize here. Take a look at his hand. Let's see.
No, I'd like to look at your hand.
I see a counter spell coming. Yeah.
I ran out of monk tokens.
Well, then you should start attacking with some.
He has 4 dudes. Wow, he has another dude from the counter spell, and they're all bigger because of prowess triggers.
Go.
I'm gonna attack for 2 in the air. With the Bird's Paradise.
I had a feeling, especially since you wouldn't let me look at your hand. You could have deluged in response. Let me take something good.
But then what do I do if I hit 4 good cards and then...
He's Memory Delusion here. Shows me the Memory Deluge cards for some reason. Because, like, again, him and I are friends. We're, like, just joking around the entire time.
I probably want that one.
I try and do what I can to, like, have a good time with the person I'm playing against. Just to, like,
You mean deluge?
I don't know, make it more interesting, make it more fun.
I was like, you flash me?
I crack a lot of stupid jokes while playing. Like, an ungodly amount of stupid jokes while playing the
I've
game.
never played Yawgmoth. There's definitely an exile Yawgmoth.
I'm either, like, the person you enjoy playing, or you're probably just gonna hate me. Like, every time I play against Hammer, I'm like, do we get to turn 2? I'm like, do you have the turn 2 kill? And they're always, the first time they're like, yeah, or no. The second time they're like, alright. The best is when you make that joke, and then you're playing tight, and then you turn to them on your turn too. I did it to my buddy, and he just looked so annoyed with me, and I was like, yeah. Hammer mirrors, also not a fun time. Not the point, though. Alright, there's a little skip. We were having apparently some issues with the stream. It dipped. We lost Wi-Fi for like 6 seconds. So, yeah, I can't explain why that happened. That is me getting up because the guy on the stream was like, hey, this happened. I was like, okay, cool, great. At this point, I'm still trying to figure out how I kill all the tokens. Like, the tokens aren't even on... Like, all of the tokens that he has aren't on screen. He only made 4 of the cool monk ones.
Yeah, I just told... I just went on Etsy and found a person that
I like very dead.
do anything. I just sent him a list. It was easy.
I'm just gonna deck you.
Is that the plan?
And my plan of beat him to death with a exalted birds just isn't working. The entire time, I'm like thinking in my head, like, why couldn't I draw like a Giraffe's Messenger, or like Cord or something where I could like try and combo?
I think if you attack out
No.
and then let me attack you
That's what I get for winning with the Crystal. Which honestly, I'll take it. No salt. I won with Crystal, so I'm about it.
New player, my bad.
This is the point where I forgot that Dryad Arbor is supposed to go up front and not in the back.
So I can only get 1 block?
This is the first time I've ever had a Dryad Arbor deck. I don't play. I do play Legacy, but I don't play Dryad Arbor in Legacy currently.
I always forget that you can't have it in the back.
I will in the future.
What? Oh, yeah.
Now that Ragavan's gone, woo, I don't know.
Stranglegeist.
Alright, we're gonna tap 2 for a Stranglegeist. It's not gonna do enough.
Bro, I don't attack for 2.
I attack for 2 in the air with the birds.
Flashback mending.
We're probably gonna flashback that mending.
Path it. The power.
We're gonna path the birds. I don't even know if I have more basics. I think there's a swamp left in the deck.
Well, I know.
Get shark fire. Shark fire.
Oh, I have a basic left. Get polished. Alright, go.
That seems like we're villainy.
This is not going well for me.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Oh god. I should have just scooped for time's sake.
Charm. Are you gonna deck me or might deck me?
I might just deck you, Leland. How does Yawgmoth win?
Deck out.
Sap Charm. Okay, I was like, how does the Archmage's Charm get exiled? What's going on? No, that makes sense. We're good.
What was Zilliport Cutthroat?
Other than that, the deck doesn't work.
I did beat my opponent to death.
This deck is cool,
round
dude.
two.
I had a lot of fun playing against
I
it.
did beat my opponent to death round 2 with the Struggle Root guys.
I was like, at the time, a little tilted that I like
Yeah, I'm working on
just
it.
couldn't draw anything. But I was also like just having fun playing against a friend, and like getting to see his deck pop off
Tutors I have in my deck too.
because he has a kabajillion tokens.
5, 6, 7.
And unfortunately for me, he's gonna get some prowess triggers coming.
So take out these. Well, these. Get through. I don't think that's enough still. What if I kill some more of your guys? That would help. Start with a mending.
We have a mending. We're gonna go to 6.
I did it.
We're just waiting for like discard cosmic trigger shot.
I'll cry.
Get a guy.
You know how many cards like in my deck I can draw that like I'm okay?
One prowess trigger.
I keep drawing the crappy creature.
We have Thought Scour.
Or like you endurance and he like commentates it.
I could charm here and take the 2/2 wolf. Could charm to draw 2 as well.
I'm buying a spell now. That pays for it. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to win.
Scoop.
Draw 2.
Sure.
Go to charm to draw 2.
Really working on this deck in you, probably.
Like retail or 65 or like this one like 150.
I think he's supposed to actually just take my wolf.
Let's go.
Going to Thought Scour.
Factor fiction?
This is the 3rd trigger.
Leland! What is happening?
So all of his dudes are 4/4s and Mentor's a 5/5. I'm super dead.
Magic in 1999.
I think there's a way I can math out and survive. But like, I don't know if there's a single solitary top deck that saves me.
You to draw some more monsters.
I just don't think there is.
Yeah, I got bored after 4. I thought that would be enough.
He said he can't send that much. How much should I tell him?
I just tapped the most you've ever seen. I haven't attacked with because I attacked with the birds and you passed it. I mean, drawing anything doesn't really matter.
Yeah, there's no top deck that gets me out of this. I would need Messenger plus Sack Outlet, and I have no cards in hand, so I'm just dead.
What is happening?
Math is for blockers.
Bro, he's attacking me with like all the dorks in the world.
Dude, I
2,
don't
6,
know.
8, so this has to block something.
No.
I take 6, right?
I got 3 triggers.
6 damage, 10 damage. I got a 2.
Mending, Archmage, Thought Scour. I got 3 new cards.
Yeah.
And everything else.
You're attacking me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 3 things that don't get blocked.
Math is for blockers.
One of which is a Snapcaster. So 4, 8.
I can't count. Oh god, why am I doing the math?
No, 8.
Okay.
So I got a 4.
All your stuff dies and some comes back.
The wall will stay.
Oh, it's a 5. That's the dice. This doesn't come back.
You can give me the die. Okay.
Did any of my stuff die? I didn't pay attention.
No.
Alright, so we got Undying Boys back. He has enough blockers to like prevent the lethal swing. Cool.
Right? Is that what I said?
And I don't play Plague Engineer, which maybe, I mean... it's not like elves are a deck in the format, though. Oh, Yawgmoth.
I did.
It doesn't do anything for me here, though.
I mean, I gotta try to not die.
Pay for life, I dare you.
I'm gonna have to pay some of it. I would love to draw a Dual-Port Cutthroat. Effect sack this. Put a -1/-1 counter there. Go to 3. Draw.
I think the only thing that saves me is drawing Dual-Port Cutthroat.
Like I'm not dead if I pass. Effects.
I was throwing away these unearths. I milled those away.
Kill one of your tokens.
2.
Okay.
Kill
it
the
back.
token.
Draw.
Draw a card. It's not Dual-Port Cutthroat. Alright, and that's going to be the game. We're going to go to game 3.
On your birthday. On your birthday of all days. Alright, shuffle up for game 2. You'll
Yeah, I don't know. The Eldritch play earlier might have been what cost me the game.
was only game 2.
Yes.
I killed him pretty quickly in game 1.
Alright, and there's a quick cut. Oop, as I punched the microphone accidentally. Not the greatest thing to be doing. We're going to Shotgun and Overgrown Tomb play a Ignoble Hierarch. Why did I keep that hand? Oh god. Did I like mistake something? We've got Dorks, attack for 2. I don't know why I kept that hand. It's a very slow hand. I'm like super soft to counterspell. Huh. Well, folks, don't keep hands like that. Especially against control. Attack for 2. Cast the Yawgmoth. Get counterspelled.
This game is going so much faster.
So the beginning of the last one was fine.
Trying to play fast for time's sake. There's a Blooming Marsh, attack for 2. I think you're just supposed to pass, Dylan. I don't think you do anything here. I know I'm debating if I want to Eldritch Evolution. I also should have sacked the one that was tabbed, not the active one. Bad plays, bad plays. I could be critical, because it's myself.
All my haste attackers.
Yo, Plague Engineer call Monk, though.
Then Exalted trigger. It's when you only attack with one of them. No, I tapped it for this. I'm pretty sure.
I just don't know if there's enough things in the format, like,
No, I guess just
casting a Plague Engineer matters.
That's what I was like.
Like, you can call Elemental,
it's percentages
but
that don't really
it
matter.
doesn't kill any of them. Or maybe Grief? No, Grief's a 3-2. If you're playing against actual Elemental, sure, because you kill Risen Reef, and the 1-drops.
Go side.
1-drop. I don't know if they play 2 1-drops
Go.
anymore. There's no other, like, tribal deck in the format, right? Everything's been pushed out by, like, Fury. I'm gonna unearth a Monastery Mentor. That's where the Reani-Mentor name comes from.
So much faster now.
And folks, I am in a bad spot. Did I draw a Thoughtseize and just not cast it? I did.
That scares me.
I am getting
Sunset.
bodied.
Attack.
Sure.
Attacking for 2.
Good. Yeah.
In hand.
5.
Oh, I have a cord. That's why.
Actually, it was 4.
Cord for 4. Yep, counterspell. Makes a dude. We were getting close to like time being up, so we were trying to like play quickly.
I guess.
Ignore the fact that it says 10 minutes right there. That's like the there's an extra allotment for being on stream, but we don't typically use it. We only really use it for like 1 case.
You might actually die.
His hand is ending, or faithful mending.
And you had both counterspells.
I feel like there might be a 4th card. I feel like I remember a Time Raveler being in there.
Mending, you can flashback. Ending, you have 2 of Mentor. You don't have the land. Do you just greedy stick the second Mentor?
Or do I just ending your gut blocker and smash?
I mean, you have 2. Doesn't matter. You have 2. Take the foil one.
Cast Yawgmoth. I think at this point, like, we're just dead. Leon's got a bunch of dudes on the board.
Yeah, I think I killed it.
Going to ending the Yawgmoth. Attacks in for 3, 5, 7.
3, 4, 5, 7. Sure.
Good.
Good card. Not terrible.
Alright, feature match. That's your time in the round up there.
I know.
I think I draw Yawgmoth here. I'm like, cast Yawgmoth.
Draw the counter.
Or I draw Cord. Yeah. Cord for Yawgmoth. Which is unfortunate, because Leland definitely has a path to exile.
Go.
I was like, I can like sack the ignoble, kill one of the dudes, block the monk because I have protection from humans. Maybe I don't die. Spoiler alert, we die. The dream ends. Boom, path to exile.
I hate that. Okay. Backsack this.
I'm like, you know what? Sack it. Kill a monk. I get nothing out of this anyways.
Spells in hand to get the Mentor big enough. I mean, I can kill one of them in response to the prowess trigger. Thanks, Leland, I know.
Alright, folks. As I said, I definitely lose this. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to comment, subscribe, all that stuff, I'll try and get Leland's deck list to put into comments below. If I don't, comment, remind me about it. Also, I don't know if I did my whole thing about Star City. If you're going to Star City, Philadelphia, let me know in the comments down below if you know what you're playing. I'm stuck between like 4 different things I've talked about in the other videos. But really, have a great rest of your day. We appreciate you watching.